A return of the Silverback to the Pittsburgh area is no longer a question of if, it's a question of when. With Behind the Steel Curtain, I'm Neil Coulon. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport is reporting Monday night James Harrison is a step away from a one-year contract with the Steelers, looking to fill in for injured outside linebacker Jarvis Jones. Jones was injured on a forced fumble and sack that he got in the Steelers' Week 3 win over the Carolina Panthers Sunday night, and Harrison filling in for him now is both a high and a low for the team. We're going to break down a few defensive highlights for the Steelers in their big Week 3 win over the Panthers here on Behind the Steel Curtain. In his time in Pittsburgh, no one set the edge better than James Harrison did. He was arguably, in fact, I think he probably was, the best run defensive outside linebacker in the NFL in the time that he was in the league. Sure, his skills may have diminished a little bit, but the key thing here for the Steelers is getting a strong edge presence in their base defense. However, looking at the game against the Panthers, you can see their nickel packages, their sub packages, had a lot of pass rushing support. The first play that we're going to look at here is coming in when the Steelers were up 6-3 in the Panthers with 5:30 left in the second quarter. Watch this. The Steelers are only rushing 3 guys. That's Steve McClendon in the middle, and it's the Cams on the left and the right, with Cam Thomas on the left and Rekid Hayward on the right side. Right off the snap, watch McClendon, the way that he gets inside center Ryan Khalil, and just a simple push and pull move on him, gets right through it down and pretty much lands on top of Newton. The key thing is here, it's not so much McClendon's pass rush up the middle, which is obviously impressive. It's the fact that both defensive ends pushed their assignments way into the backfield and really choked off Newton's escape route. Newton had nowhere to go but down in this play and rack up a sack for Steve McClendon in a game in which the Steelers got more pass rush pressure in just this one game than they had in their previous 2 combined. The second play also came in the second quarter, and this time the Panthers have the ball again, but it's 3rd and long. The Steelers are going to walk up to the line with 4 guys looking like they're going to have basically a base pass rush, but you'll see one of them peel off, and they're going to rush 3 guys once again, and once again they're going to get pressure. Watch Jarvis Jones on the defensive right side as he comes crashing in and forces the tackle to take probably 2 or 3 steps too far into the backfield. By the time Jones makes contact with him and gets outside of him, the tackle is pretty much on top of Newton, giving Jones an opportunity to take a swat at the ball, which he does and forces the first Steelers turnover of the 2014 season. It came at a price, though. On this play, Jones had his wrist bent back at a pretty grotesque angle on the knee of defensive end Brett Kiesel, who was also in on this play. And despite the fact the Steelers got the turnover, they paid the ultimate price here in the fact that their second-year outside linebacker, who had been showing pretty positive signs of improvement, will be out at least until mid-November, perhaps even longer. That brought about the pending signing of James Harrison, though, and the Steelers are going to look to find a way to continue to be as athletic as they have been in their first 3 games with an older, stronger player like Harrison on the field. James Harrison was also an impressive special teams player in his time, and plays like this harken you back to the old days when the Steelers' special teams were able to make plays on a consistent basis. In this particular instance, the punt is muffed, but the returner is able to recover it and secure it enough to try to get past the charging Shamarko Thomas. Thomas does a great job punching the ball away here, knocking the ball all the way back into the end zone, where a cadre of Steelers players are going to make a run for it. And first, what you're looking at here is you've got Terrence Garvin comes in and clears out a Panthers player and knocks the ball off to the right. From there, Will Allen dives at it. He knocks it back to the left, right where special teams captain Robert Golden can recover it for a touchdown. It's a great individual effort from Shamarko Thomas to force the fumble in the first place, but it's just effort and guts here, diving on a ball in the classic fumble drill in the end zone for the touchdown that pretty much put this game away. The Steelers played well top to bottom, certainly on the defensive side of the ball, and while they did lose Jones, as well as Ike Taylor and Ryan Shazier, both of whom could be out for a couple of weeks, if not a month or 2, the Steelers' defense looks to get better this season as they'll head into Tampa Bay after playing their best game this season. With Behind the Steel Curtain, I'm Neil Coulon.